happened in 2012. Played the IPL in 2012, and the lead up to that was interesting because I had scored my first Test 100 in Australia in 2012, followed by that game against Sri Lanka in Hobart, where we chased that total down within 40 overs. That came out of nowhere. Honestly, I did not believe that I could do something like that at the international stage. It happened. Gave me so much belief from there, and then Asia Cup came and I got 183 against Pakistan on a Sunday. Everyone was watching, so things really just turned in about 6 months for me. But I forgot the basics of the game. I started becoming more desperate, and I thought went too far ahead of myself. I thought, this IPL I'm going to dominate everyone. But the moment IPL started, a few games which didn't go my way, and my mindset completely dropped to the other end. I was eating anything that came in sight. I was finishing, candy packets, 40 pieces a packet. I would finish 3 packets a week. I was eating horribly, sleeping horribly. My habits were all over the place. And I finished IPL. I remember I went home, came out of the shower first day, and I saw myself in the mirror, and I was ashamed. It was literally, I saw myself and I thought, I'm looking at another human being, and I told myself, look, if you want to play cricket at the highest level, this is not the way that you can manage. And from next day onwards, I changed everything about my diet, the way I trained, everything, and from then on it was just an obsession. You know that playing at this level over a long period of time, you tend to go into a space where you become a bit insecure, you become fearful, you want to prove to people how good you are in different conditions. And to be honest, before that Australia tour, I was treating every foreign tour like more like an engineering exam that I have to pass somehow, and I have to show people that I can play at this level. But there I realized that once you're down and out, there was hardly anyone who came to help me. There was hardly anyone who was looking towards me and saying, listen, let's work together and try to get your game up to speed. Everyone was just going after me left, right and center. So I was like, am I playing to prove these people wrong? For what? I've got nothing to do with them, and they literally have nothing to contribute in my life. So I went back home. I was down for quite a bit. The great thing that happened at that stage was I realized who's with me, who's not. Things were filtered to an extent that I just got so relaxed when I went back home. I was like, okay, I've hit rock bottom now. No one believes in me. Everyone thinks I should not be playing Test cricket. So what can I do? I can just work as hard as I can. Went into a bubble. I went to Bombay as well. I called Sachin Tendulkar. I asked for his help. I said, see, I want to get my game right. I want to understand what it's like to score runs at this level. My mindset was simple. I went back home. I told myself, listen, you can't play Test cricket to show people that you can play in England and play in Australia and not get out. And if you don't score, it's no point. You play this game to make your team win. So my mindset was, I'm going to go to Australia, and how am I going to score runs against these guys? I wasn't going out there to survive. And from the time I got back home till the Australia tour, I promise you, I was visualizing every day when I was working out in the gym that I'm hitting Mitchell Johnson, I'm hitting these guys all over the park. And those things came to life eventually because I convinced myself to an extent. When I went there, I was absolutely fearless and things just started flowing.